to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go play action with Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down, Jets. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hall again on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Mayfield off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Kamara up the middle. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Dolphins at 6 and 2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. 4th down, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now Mayfield on 4th down. steps away to his left. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it, a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Kamara not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Berrios now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now Wilson on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Coming left is Kamara. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's going to look deep for more. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges. This series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Waddle, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense,
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Mayfield on 1st down. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. There's Wilson. And this one too low.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Hall on to give up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Sly able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, cameras kind of looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Berrios now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. Touchdown, Dolphins! Alvin Kamara with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. The 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
1
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really appreciate. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
And sometimes you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Davis. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield on play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the 29, Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Here we go. It's It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Jameis now on 1st down. There's Hall bringing in another one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll give to Hall. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Off the play fake, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And it's taken in at the 9. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the 4th. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the